Hello students, today we'll discuss about the last part of IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds. So all of you know that the IUPAC system, it is nothing but what? IUPAC system, it is nothing but what? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay, so in today's class, what is remaining in the IUPAC system? The remaining will be the first, that is the IUPAC nomenclature of carboxylic acid. Okay, so we'll discuss first about the nomenclature of carboxylic acid. So all of you know that the general or the chemical formula of carboxylic acid is nothing but what? COOH. We can represent this COH like this also, C double bond OH. Yes, we can represent this like this also. So now, if in a given organic compound there is a presence of COOH group, how we can give a name for particular organic compound? Question is arise now. Suppose they given any organic compound or the long chain of organic compound, that organic compound either it is aromatic or aliphatic. Okay, so given organic compound, either it is aromatic or either it is aliphatic. Okay, so now what is meant by aliphatic? Aliphatic means there is a presence of a straight chain of carbon atom or the chain of carbon atom. Straight chain of carbon atom. And aromatic, it is nothing but what? There is a presence of at least one benzene ring. Yes, aromatic is nothing but what? There is a presence of a benzene ring. There is a presence of a benzene ring. Now, in a nomenclature of carboxylic acid, the general formula of carboxylic acid is nothing but what? COOH. We can represent this COH in the form also C double bond OH. After that, a given organic compound, either it is aromatic or it is also aliphatic. So aliphatic means what? They will give us straight chain of carbon atom or the chain of carbon atom which is having carboxylic group, and also there is a presence of aromatic compound, and that aromatic compound also having a carboxylic acid group. For example, for aliphatic compound, suppose they given like this: CH3, CH2, CH2, COOH. Yes, here if you look at the example, what they given here? They given organic compound which is having here carboxylic acid. This is nothing but there is a presence of one functional group, that is carboxylic acid. So now, in that carboxylic acid, here, because of the presence of this carboxylic acid function as a functional group, you have to give the name here. So how we can give the name? So first condition, you have to select a longest chain. So before selecting, if there is a presence of carboxylic acid, you have to start numbering from that carbon itself only. Suppose if I represent this compound like this: CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond OH. Now both are the same compound. Here we have carboxylic group. So this is your carboxylic group, and this we call carbonyl carbon. Now this carbon you have to start to give a number first. Where the carboxylic acid is present, that carbon we should give the number 1, then 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so all of you know that here in this chain we have total 4 carbon. So for 4 carbon we have to use the root word, that is for 1 carbon we have to use the root word, that is meth. For 2 carbon, eth. For 3, prop. For 4, but. Yes, and you have to use the suffix butane, that is ANE, like this. Now these are saturated, we have here carbon-carbon single bond, so I have to write here butane. Yes, but before that we have here carboxylic acid group. So now, which is the suffix we have to use here? Whatever the E will be present here, this E will be replaced with OIC, because see the name here, carboxylic acid. Here, this butane, you have to write the root word butane, and this last E will be replaced with OIC, butanoic acid. So given organic compound is having name is butanoic acid. Remember here what I told here? To nomenclature of carboxylic acid, we have general chemical formula of carboxylic acid is C double bond OH, and the given organic compound, it may be aromatic or it may be aliphatic. Aromatic means it should be there is a presence of benzene ring. Aliphatic means there is a presence of a long chain of carbon. After that, if a given organic compound contains carboxylic acid, start to give the number from that carbon only. So I started number to give from this carbon only 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 carbon is nothing but butane, but we have here acidic group. So acidic group, this E will be replaced from alkane. Last E will be replaced with OIC. So I am getting here butanoic acid. Okay. For example, one more I will take example, CH3, CH2, CH2, C, CH3, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, OH. Okay. This is one example. Here you have to write the IUPAC name for given organic compound. So all of you know that you have to start numbering from this carbon only, because this is your rule. Where the functional group is present, where the carboxylic acid will be present, that carbonyl carbon you have to give a number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now when I written this structure, at third carbon atom we have 2 methyl group. Yes or no? So all of you know that if there is place of 2 methyl group, you have to write 3, 3 at 2 times. 2 means we have here dimethyl. Now, how many carbon atom in a straight chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 means hexane. Yes. When I write here E, this E will be replaced with OIC acid, because we have here acidic group, that is a carboxylic acid. So hexanoic acid. Yes. If I write here directly hexane, this E will be replaced with OIC. So hexanoic acid. Okay. So using this you have to give a name for particular organic compound. If that organic compound is contain carboxylic acid. Now this carboxylic acids also having a different derivatives. Okay. So the next will be the derivatives of carboxylic acid. Derivatives of carboxylic acid. Yes. There are friends of total 4 derivatives of carboxylic acid. First will be the acid chloride. Acid chloride. This acid chloride is nothing but what? R C double bond O Cl. Acid chloride. Next, ester. It is nothing but what? R C double bond O O R. Yes. After that, acidic anhydride, or anhydride also we call. The third derivative will be the anhydride. So we can represent like this also. CH3, C double bond O, O, C double bond O. Again the same group will be repeat here. CH3. Yes. After that the last will be amides. So all of you know the general formula R C double bond O NH2. We can write this RCONH2 direct also. So your carboxylic acid having a 4 derivatives. The first will be the acid chloride. So general formula of acid chloride will be the RCOCl. Second will be the ester RC double bond O OR. Then anhydride. The general chemical formula for the anhydride will be CH3 C double bond O C double bond O CH3. After that, amides. We can represent this like this also. R C double bond O O C double bond O R. We can represent like this also. R C double bond O C double bond O R. And this is amides. we have a function group, that is RCONH2. Now, if in a given organic compound there is a presence of acidic group, suppose we given any organic compound, like I told no, if organic compound contain carboxylic acid, how we should give the name. Same way, if there is a presence of a acid chloride in a given organic compound, how we can give a name to a particular organic compound. Suppose we have here acid chloride. So first we'll discuss about the acid chloride. The general formula will be RC double bond O Cl. Okay. So now here whatever, suppose if I take here CH3 C double bond O Cl. Yes. Suppose if I take here OH. So what is the name here? 1, 2. So at 2 carbon atom we should use ethane. Yes or no? Now this, if I use here ethane, but we have here carboxylic acid, so this E is replaced with OIC, so I am getting a ethanoic acid. Now what happened here? This CH3 C double bond O Cl. This OH will be replaced with Cl now. So we have here this group, acid chloride group. So in that case, how we should give the name? Number here 1, 2. So we have here only 2 carbon. So here also ethanoyl chloride. Here this IC will be replaced with YL. You have to remember, if a given organic compound there is a presence of chloride group, so you have to use there, this IC will be replaced with YL. Remember here one thing, first condition here, suppose if I take here CH3 CH2 C double bond O OH. Now here we have which function group? We have here carboxylic group. Yes or no? CH3 CH2 C double bond O OH. Now how to give name here? First number here, which carbon is present? Carboxylic carbon, carbonyl carbon will be present here. So I had given here number 1, 2 and 3. For 3 carbon atom, which root word will be present? Prop. Okay, so propane. But we have here acidic group, so this E will be replaced with OIC. So I am getting here propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. Now this propanoic acid here CH3 CH2 C double bond O Cl. Now what is the difference here? Here we have OH group. Now this second compound OH will be replaced with Cl. Now here whatever the IC will be there, if there is a presence of Cl group, you have to use their YL suffix. Yes, so I am getting here propanoyl. Up to O you should write propano, write directly. This IC will be replaced with YL, propanoyl chloride, because we have here chlorine group, so propanoyl chloride. So I hope you understand, if there is a presence of acid chloride group, you have to use the word, you have to replace this IC with YL and you have to write chloride, propanyl chloride. Okay, so after that we'll see second derivative, that is ester. Okay, so general formula of ester will be, all of you know that, R C double bond O O R. Suppose this R is nothing but CH3. R is equal to what? CH3. Now I will write this CH3 C double bond O O CH3. Yes. So this is nothing but what, your ester group. Now suppose in a given organic compound there is a presence of a ester. So how we should give the name? So first you have to give the name for oxygen or the alkyl group which is attached to the oxygen. So now here this is your alkyl group which is attached to the oxygen. Yes, you have to give the name. After that, whatever the carboxylic acid will be present, whatever this group will be present, here this last IC will be replaced with ATE. IC will be replaced with ATE. So see here, first example I will discuss here, CH3 C double bond O, O, CH2, CH3. If they given like this compound and here to write the name, that write the IUPAC name for particular organic compound. So see, this is your ester. Okay. So same formula R, C double bond O, O, R. This now, this R is nothing but here what? CH2, CH3. Here this R is nothing but here CH3. Now what is the condition? First you have to give the name for oxygen substituent or the alkyl group which is attached to the particular oxygen. So which alkyl group is attached to the oxygen? This alkyl group is attached to oxygen. So CH2, CH3, 2 carbon means this is your ethyl group. So you have to write first name ethyl. After that, here 1, 2. Here also we have 2 carbon. So this is your ethanoate. Ethanoate, because OIC will be replaced with here ATE. Ethanoic OIC will be replaced with ATE. So I am getting a ethyl ethanoate. Suppose if I tell one more example, that is CH3, C double bond O, OCH3. Same example here. Here the oxygen which is attached to the alkyl group. This is the oxygen which is attached to the alkyl group. So I have to give the name here first. So this is your methyl group. So methyl. Now see here 1, 2. So what is here name here? Ethanoate. 1, 2. We have 2 carbon here. So ethanoate. Methyl ethanoate. It is the name of your given organic compound if there is a presence of ester. So remember, if in a given organic compound there is a presence of ester, first you have to give the name to the alkyl group which is attached to a particular oxygen group. So this alkyl group is attached to the oxygen group. So I given the name for this is ethyl. After that we have here 2 carbon. So 2 carbon is nothing but ethane. But here ethane we have here C double bond O group. So I will write OIC, but we have ester group, so this IC will be replaced with ATE. So I am getting here ethanoate. Yes, ethyl ethanoate. This is about the second derivative of carboxylic, that is ester. So we'll move for the next, that is anhydride. The third is anhydride. Okay, so in anhydride, the word acid which is present in carboxylic acid, it can be changed into the anhydride. Suppose we have here CH3COOH. Yes, so directly you are writing here methane, ethane. We have 2 carbons, so ethanoic acid. Yes or no? But if there is a presence of anhydride group, so only here is a presence of one carboxylic acid. Here not presence of anhydride group. Suppose if I take example like this, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. So see here, up to this part first you check again. After that again you check this part. The both are same part here. So here give number here 1, 2, 3. So 3 means propane. Yes, but we have here C double bond O, C double bond O. So for carboxylic acid also, if there is a presence of carboxylic acid, you have to write here propanoic acid. Yes or no? Here instead of acid you have to use anhydride. Propanoic anhydride. Instead of acid you have to use the word anhydride. All of you understand what I am telling here? This is somewhat complicated, I know that. Same group will be present at both the sides. See here. Here also we have same group, here also we have same group. So you have to give the name for first group only. 1, 2, 3. So 3 means we have propane. But there is a presence of carboxylic acid, C double bond O, like this is present means we have to use OIC. So C double bond O, propanoic. After that I have same structure, so I have to use the word, instead of acid we have to use the word anhydride. Suppose if I take one more example, that is CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH3. Now see, you have to divide this compound into 2 equal parts. You are getting same, here also same compound. This side also same compound. So when I start numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many carbon is there? 4. So directly you should write butanoic acid. Yes or no? But we don't have a carboxylic acid. Instead of carboxylic acid, I am repeating the same group here. So it is nothing but anhydride. So butanoic anhydride. So what is the name here? Butanoic anhydride. So this is about third derivative of carboxylic acid. So we will discuss the last derivative of carboxylic acid, that is amides. Amides. So general formula of amides is nothing but RCONH2. Okay, RCONH2. Suppose here we have here like this group CH3, CH2, C double bond O, OH, and here we have CH3, CH2, C double bond O, NH2. So compare both the compound here. Here OH is present, here NH2 is present. Means OH is replaced with NH2 group. Now, so to start numbering from this side, so 1, 2, 3. I am getting 3 means propanoic acid. So all of you know that if there is a presence of carboxylic acid, we have to use the OIC word here, propanoic acid. If there is a presence of NH2 group now, this OH is replaced with NH2 means there is a presence of now amide group. Okay, so in that case what we should do here, you have to write up to the propane 1, 2, 3 propanamide. Here this OIC is replaced with amide. OIC is replaced with amide. Yes, OIC is replaced with amide here. So remember one thing, if in a given organic compound there is a presence of a amide group, whatever the OIC will be present, that OIC will be replaced with amide. Suppose if I take here CH3, CO, NH2, and here we have CH3, CO, OH. So 1, 2, you should write here 2 means ethanoic acid because we have a carboxylic acid. Now here also we have 2 carbon atom, but here this OH is replaced with NH2. So ethanamide. Yes or no? This OIC will be replaced with here amide. So I am getting here ethanamide. So I hope you understand what we discuss here. First we will discuss about the IUPAC nomenclature of carboxylic acid, and the carboxylic acid having 4 derivatives. First will be the acid chloride, second will be the ester, third will be the anhydride, last will be the amide. Only one part is remaining in the IUPAC system, that is nomenclature of amines. Nomenclature of amines. Okay, so all of you know that amine is nothing but what? RNH2. So far I told about the amide. Remember the difference. Amide is RCONH2, but now amine means RNH2. Yes, so we'll discuss if in a given organic compound there is a presence of a amine. Okay, now suppose this amine also 3 types of amine. First is primary amine, secondary amine, and third is tertiary amine. Remember one thing, amine, a general formula will be RNH2. Amine having 3 types, primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine. So what is meant by primary amine? CH3 and H2. Here, so this is your NH3. Here one hydrogen is replaced with methyl group. Means now one hydrogen is replaced with one carbon here. So we should write here, this is your primary amine. Suppose if I take here N and here also presence of CH3, CH3. One more hydrogen is replaced with here CH3 group and one more hydrogen will remain as it is. So this is your secondary amine. Suppose if I take here CH3, CH3 and CH3. All three hydrogens are replaced with methyl group. So this is your tertiary amine. Okay. Remember here in primary amine only only one hydrogen is replaced with methyl group. So this is your primary amine. In secondary amine, two hydrogen is replaced with two carbon here. Not only methyl group, there is also presence of ethyl group also. And in tertiary amine, all the three hydrogen is here replaced with carbon atom. So I am getting here primary, secondary and tertiary. So if there is a presence of primary amine like this, suppose the given compound is having like this. So how we should give here name? So first, what is the root word for this? Methane. Okay. So methane. But here we have amine group. So this E is replaced with amine. E is replaced with amine. So what is the name for our compound here? Methana amine. E is replaced with amine. So I am getting here methana amine. Suppose if I take here CH3, CH2, NH2. What is the name now here? We have here 1, 2. 2 carbon atoms. So 2 carbon is nothing but ethane. But this last E is replaced with amine. So ethana amine. Suppose if I take here CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. So how many carbon atoms is present? 1, 2, 3. 3 means propane. But last E is replaced with amine. So I am getting here propana amine. Okay. Now this is about your primary amines. Means only one hydrogen is replaced with carbon atom here. Now go for secondary amine. Suppose this is the presence of a secondary amine. Secondary amine. In case of secondary amine, so this N, CH3, CH3 and here I am getting here H. Okay. So now how we should give the name for secondary amine here? We have here nitrogen which is attached to the methyl group. Suppose this is your substituent, so this is your parent, or I will write here CH2, CH3. Yes, here one hydrogen is replaced with ethyl group, one hydrogen is replaced with methyl group and one more hydrogen is here. Means we have here two carbon atom which is attached to the directly nitrogen. So this is your secondary amine. So in case of secondary amine, how we should give the name? First, see the chain, parent chain. So this is your parent chain 1, 2. In parent chain we have two carbon atom and this is methyl group, it is your substituent. Okay. So N-methyl at N-methyl. So this is your two carbon. So ethana amine. N-methyl ethana amine. Okay. Now this is about your secondary amine. Suppose if I take one more example here, CH2, CH3, CH2, N, CH3, H. So these are the secondary amine because this nitrogen is attached to the two carbon only. So now here this is your substituent. Yes, directly CH3 group which is attached to the nitrogen is substituent and you have to select your chain. So I am getting here, this is your longest chain here, 1, 2, 3. So N-methyl, 1, 2, 3. Total 3 carbons. So propanamine. N-methyl propanamine. You have to write the name like this, N-methyl propanamine. So this is about your secondary amine. Go for tertiary amine. Tertiary amine. So in tertiary amines, all hydrogen which is attached to the nitrogen is replaced with methyl group or the carbon. Suppose like this. So this nitrogen is attached with all three carbons. So this is your tertiary amine. In that case, first you have to see the substituent. So this is your substituent CH3, but I am getting here longer chain. So this is your parent chain which is attached to that particular nitrogen. So to write here N, because we have here two methyl group, N, dimethyl N. at this particular carbon atom we have one methyl group, again same nitrogen atom, sorry, at this particular nitrogen atom we have methyl group, and this nitrogen also one more methyl, so 2 time methyl group is present, so NN dimethyl. So this is your CH2CH3, yes, CH2CH3. It is nothing but 2 carbon means ethane, so ethanamine, ethanamine, okay, THA, ethanamine, NN dimethyl ethanamine. Suppose if I have like this CH3, CH2, CH2, N, CH3, CH3 like this. So this is also tertiary because all hydrogen is replaced with carbon here only. So these are the 2 substituents. Directly we have only the 1 methyl group, and this is a parent chain. So I am getting a longer chain, so I will start numbering from here. So this is your 2 methyl group is already present. So NN dimethyl, IUPAC name for this compound is NN dimethyl. So 3 means propane, so propanamine, propanamine. So this is your IUPAC name for particular organic compound. So here your IUPAC nomenclature is over. I already discussed about all the nomenclature. If there is a presence of acidic group, if there is a presence of ester, acid chloride, acid anhydride, if there is a presence of amines, if there is a presence of ester, how we should give the number and how we should give the name for particular organic compounds. I already discussed in my last class, and today's class I completed the nomenclature of amines and nomenclature of carboxylic acid along with derivatives of carboxylic acid. So I hope you understand. It is easy, but to understand it is somewhat difficult. You don't worry. When I will take online class, that time again I will discuss about the nomenclature of organic compound, because this is very important for your exam purpose and for your future study also. IUPAC nomenclature is very important. So I hope you understand today's class, and here the IUPAC nomenclature is completed. In my next class I will start a new concept, that is isomerism. That isomerism, it is very interesting concept. You will easily understand that concept. But before that, try to clear your doubts with your IUPAC nomenclature. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, you can message me on my WhatsApp. So thank you for today's class. I hope you understand. Thank you.